What is good, everybody? It is KJ, and I got the homie Eli here with me as well.
Here.
And we're back for Heat of the Week for PPL Season 2. This is going to be Week 2. So we had some really good sets last week, and we're excited to give y'all both some honorable mentions as well as some Heat sets that we found this week in the various games for PPL. So,
the very exact format from last week. If you haven't seen it, click the link in the description. You'll find the week 1 video. I'm gonna spoil it in 3, 2, 1. This is the medal count that we have going on currently. I know it's in reverse, but we now have a tracker for who gets what medal every week. So as you can see on the top, Daria got an honorable mention for week 1. Mounte got a bronze. Q, the Costa Rican, with a silver, and Daria got gold. So we're excited to tell you guys who won this week, and then I will update the medal count before we head out of here.
Sounds good. All right. So as Eli coined it last week, we have we have our first honorable mention, or our only honorable mention here. What we're calling the Eli tier. So
yes, sir.
Shout out to my homie, very good friend of mine, OnesieBanette, for bringing something that is Heat, but it didn't work. So Onesie brought a Focus Sash, Quick Attack, Endeavor, Morpeko. Now, for those of you that are familiar with Pokemon, obviously, the Fear strats have always been there with like Rattata. There's also the Aron ones with like Sturdy, with
Shell Bell,
Endeavor, Quick Attack, all that nonsense. Well, Onesie tried to do this with Morpeko. The problem is, Eli, you want to tell us what the problem is?
So it's a great set. Like Aura Wheel, Seed Bomb just covered everything on Necro's side. To be fair, obviously the EA part of Fear is Endeavor, and then you just Quick Attack, pick things off, right? The problem with that set, however, is that there was another Quick Attack mon on freaking Necro's side, and it was none other than Cleavor. Yeah, on Don Fanatic had the Quick Attack had the Quick Attack Cleavor, and that just completely ruined all plans that Onesie had with that Morpeko. So poor Morpeko. Maybe Morpeko will come to another game and it'll have its opportunity to shine. But this week it's gonna be part of the Eli tier. Sorry, Morpeko. Better luck next time. Sorry, Onesie. It's just not. It just wasn't your week this week. We'll get you on the podium. We'll find a way to get you on the podium. Just trust. We'll find a way. But it wasn't this week, my friend. We got this. Just stay away from echoed voice and we're fine.
Not the echoed voice. Oh my goodness, that's wild. All right, so you want to jump into number 3?
Number
bronze
3.
Medal.
Our bronze medal for the week was a very So when you think about choice specs, the item, right? You're boosting 1.5 special attack, but you have to lock into one move, right? However, Daria pulled up with Quick Attack as the 4th move on her Sylveon. So the set is Baton Pass for momentum, Hyper Voice is spammable, along with Terra Blast Ground. Fairy Ground is just a disgusting. It hits everything and anything that fairies want to hit, for the most part. And then Quick Attack was there just to pick things off. It's a physical attack with 40 base power, and Sylveon's physical attack is what, 65? It's like 60.
It's low. It's not very high.
Yeah, but Daria actually got to click it against a Haxorus.
Which is rare.
Yeah, very rare to do, but it did happen in game. And for that, and I think that alone just gives you a medal of some sort, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I think it's one of those things where the Sylveon was able to still like click buttons used with specs. Like it got a kill, it chipped a couple of things, and then it got to come in and click quick attack before it died. Like, it's just ridiculous. Not to mention it also got to do its job operating under Trick Room, which was like the whole reason it came to the game and like was able to be there. And yeah,
to be able to deter Trick Room was really like next level galaxy brain, like, you know, prep and thinking and awareness on Daria's end, right? With Sylveon being 60 base speed as well, it just made sense. It just made sense as a Trick Room deterrent for real. So Specs Quick Attack Sylveon is getting the bronze today. Good, way to go, Daria. That's 2 entries now for Daria on the podium.
True.
That's
technically 3 because Daria got the honorable mention, I believe, too.
Oh yeah, because of Quag. Because of Quag, that's right.
Yo, right now, Heat of the Week
KJ and I, go ahead.
I was gonna say, right now, Heat of the Week is just, it's Daria's world, and we're all just living here, apparently.
For real, she is the main character at the moment. She is just the main character. Keep it up, Daria. We're rooting for you. We're rooting for you.
100%. Okay, so the next set, we're giving this to another fairy type. And we're actually going back to the OnesieBanette versus Don Fanatic game. So Don Fanatic brought a very, very interesting Gardevoir set, right? So you usually see Scarf Gardevoir, or you see Specs, or you see like maybe lefties or something like that. Nah, he brought AV, and that's not even the craziest thing, right? This set was like something out of an MV video.
That spread was ridiculous. The spread was
absurd. Like, the spread was absolutely absurd. And honestly, it was one of those things where it allowed it to live so many hits, draining Kiss back up to full, and still be able to just like click Moonblast or click like its psychic moves that it had. So honestly, it was in a really good spot. And at the end of the game, it almost won. Like, if it had like 20 more HP, we were looking at the calcs. I was talking to both of them afterwards. We were looking at the calcs. It had like 20 more HP. Gardevoir won the game. Like, real talk. Yeah. Gardevoir won the game if it had like 20 more HP. So, this I think the Gardevoir claimed like 2 or 3 kills. Like, it was absolutely absurd. Like, it had no business having the survival and like just the lasting power that it did. So that Gardevoir set,
no business.
Again.
It has no business. None. I was gonna say it has no business holding an assault vest either. It has over 100 SPDF on top of that. So you slap a vest on it. You're not taking it down without a fight. You're not taking it down.
It did its thing. Like, I respect it. And so that was one of those things we saw and we were like, yo, this is dope. This is a really good set. And that is Heat without necessarily having to be like, oh, you brought some crazy move or something. Like, obviously it had like Psychic Noise, Psyshock. Like, you have stat moves, right? But
yes,
the fact that it was AV with it, Psychic Noise is nice, and the Psychic Noise was for the Clodsire, like stopping Clodsire. Because again, like, that's just the play. Like, you run Psychic
Daria
Noise.
Brought it last week with the Noctowl. Daria brought it last week with the Noctowl. So this week we're at it again. We're at it again with the Psychic Noise on the Clod.
All right, so I guess Onesie's week 3 opponent. If you bring Psychic Noise, maybe it'll be Heat. Like,
you might be on this podium, bro. You may never know.
Maybe.
All
right.
It's working.
You want to take us away for
numero uno.
Numero
uno. So this number 1. So I was afraid when I was looking at the team builder for this coach. I was just like, like, because I've seen this set, I've run this set similarly, like, but like I'm more of like an agility guy and like rely on the natural like bulk of this Pokemon. However, Lars pulled up with Calm Mind weakness policy Latios. And Latios was able to Calm Mind. This is craziest play. Like this is heat. This is a heat set with a heat play. Bro, Calm Mind.
It was an aggressive play. Let's be real. It was aggressive.
Bro, Calm Mind did in front of Manaphy on the Manaphy Ice Beam. Didn't get frozen.
It was at +3 too. It had tail glowed.
Yeah, it tail glowed already.
Yeah.
It tail glowed already, and the weakness policy propped off. Didn't get frozen, and then just returned the tables on J. Ricky. Absolute straight menace of a play. Straight menace.
It was wild
KJ
too.
KJ calls it aggressive. I call it heat. Well, that's another topic for another day.
Nah, it was a good play. Like he knew that at +2 he would be able to, or at +1 rather, he'd be able to live the +3 ice beam. That was a good play. And then being able to just obliterate Manaphy with the energy ball really just put him in a good spot. And then there was I want to say there was a Spadef drop. There was a Spadef drop on the Tinglu later on in the game that really just
that was the nail in the coffin. That was the nail in the coffin because
yep.
I believe J. Ricky thought that, because I think J. Ricky thought that he would live that, like the next wall or something.
He would have lived the second one had he not gotten the Spadef drop. So that was one of the biggest things. It was like with that drop, Latios just went to work, and then being able to like recover on things, like that was the thing. Calm Mind stored, like usually you see those sets, and like you said, it's usually agility. Usually it's like agility, weakness policy, stored power, whatever you need to hit something that doesn't fall over to stored power, and then recover, right? Or like roost or whatever, depending on the mon. So being able to just Calm Mind in front of the Manaphy was just like absolutely wild. And the only thing that was really faster that was able to hit it would have been the Cyclozar, but at that point, like once he got to +2 with the Calm Minds, it was over. It was 100% like, oh my goodness, it was
Cycle
wild.
wasn't gonna able to Draco through that, barring a crit. No, absolutely no shot. Even if it was like Life Orb regen or something like that. Lars, I swear, KJ, these Germans are just built different out here, man. They really are. But in a good way.
Yo, Lars is a hell of a player. Like,
yeah,
it always. Yeah. I love watching Lars' content. It's good stuff.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, here is your updated. There we go. Yep, your updated medal count after this week. So 2 weeks now. 2 weeks now. We got Dario and Onesie holding down the Eli tier. We got Mounte and Dario holding down the bronze. We got Q the Costa Rican, Don Fanatic in the silver, and then in the gold we got Daria and Lars. So, look, like KJ said, it is just Daria's world and we're living in it, but that all might change next week, honestly. That all might change.
Who knows?
Honestly.
I mean, hopefully we can get some more people. Like, this is our public service announcement to PPL coaches. We need more heat. We need even more heat, y'all. Are y'all just gonna let one person walk away with this? Is that what's gonna happen?
No.
I mean,
you know me, KJ. Like, I wouldn't let her get away that easily. I wouldn't let her get away that easily.
Eli would be like, all right, I see your spec Sylveon and raise you banded Sylveon.
I see your throat spray Palafin. I'll raise you a specs Palafin. How's that? That's the kind of heat like I would do to one up Daria. Like come on PPL, don't let her run away with this scot free. Let's come on now. But in all seriousness though, like it still was a wonderful week, really.
Oh yeah,
it really
a lot of fun games to watch. Yeah,
the games have been fun. The sets are still like, fantastic, some more out of the box than others, but that's what we love about the PPL. We're always trying to, you know, provide the best content for y'all, man. So please, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel for anything, you know, subscribe to all our coaches, obviously, and then subscribe to the channel for Heat of the Week, Game of the Week, free agency transactions, all of that stuff. This channel will have it for you, man. So, KJ, take us home. Take us home, man.
Yeah, so
anything else?
That's another episode of Heat of the Week. Again, like Eli said, we'll be back next week, week 3. And again, that'll be it. We'll have three more for you. We'll update the medal count, all that good stuff, and we'll have at least one more for the Eli tier.
Yeah, no, the Eli tier will always have something. We'll always have something. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to be if you're not on the podium, in my opinion, at least. So, with that, it's been your boy Eli the Rebel. I will catch you guys next week. Peace.